Welcome to Module 2, Section 3 of your California Contractor License Exam Prep course. In this lesson, we're focusing on one of the most crucial parts of your license application, the documentation of your work experience. This step is where many applicants stumble, often without realizing it, until their application is returned or put under investigation. The CSLB is strict about verifying that every applicant meets the minimum 4 years of journey-level experience in the trade classification they're applying for. If your documentation is unclear, incomplete, or inconsistent, it can delay your application for weeks or even result in a denial. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly what counts as qualifying experience, how to describe it effectively, and how to collect and organize documentation that gives you the best chance for smooth CSLB approval. The CSLB defines qualifying experience as at least 4 years of hands-on journey-level experience in the trade classification you're applying for. In this case, B2 residential remodeling. Journey-level experience means you've been performing the work without direct supervision, demonstrating full knowledge of standard practices, tools, safety, and regulations for residential remodeling projects. This experience must have occurred within the last 10 years and can include time as an employee, self-employed contractor, foreman or supervisor, or owner-builder on your own property. Up to 3 years of technical education or apprenticeship can count toward this requirement, but you must still have at least 1 full year of hands-on experience. The cornerstone of your experience documentation is the Certification of Work Experience form, which must be signed by a qualified certifier. A certifier can be a licensed contractor you've worked for, a foreman or supervisor who oversaw your work, a business associate who contracted your services, or even a client if you've worked as an owner-builder. The key is that they must have direct knowledge of your work and be able to verify your skills and project history if CSLB contacts them. A family member may serve as a certifier if they meet these criteria, but CSLB scrutinizes family verifications more closely and may request additional proof. When describing your experience on the application and certification form, avoid vague or generic terms. CSLB reviewers need to see clear evidence that your experience covers multiple trades involved in residential remodeling. For example, instead of writing worked on remodels, you should specify planned and coordinated residential remodeling projects, including drywall, repair, flooring installation, fixture replacement, and non-structural roof patching. Be sure to list the variety of trades you've performed, especially since the B2 license requires experience with 3 or more unrelated trades under a single contract. If you've specialized in kitchens and bathrooms, describe the tasks involved, such as tile installation, plumbing fixture replacements, electrical fixture installation, and cabinetry work. This level of detail strengthens your case and demonstrates that you meet the scope requirements for B2 licensing. CSLB may audit your application to verify your claimed experience. During an audit, they can request supporting documentation, such as pay stubs, W-2 forms, 1099s, invoices, signed contracts, building permits, inspection records, or tax returns showing self-employment income. If you can't provide evidence when asked, your application may be denied. This is why it's smart to gather this paperwork before you even submit your application. Organizing it in a file or folder with dates, project descriptions, and contact information for past clients or employers can save you time and stress later. If you're missing some documentation, reach out to past employers or clients now to get copies or written confirmations of your work history. For owner-builder experience, where you've worked on your own property, you'll need additional proof like building permits in your name, signed inspection reports, or photos of the project showing you performing the work. CSLB is careful with owner-builder claims since they're harder to verify, and vague documentation can lead to rejection or requests for further evidence. It's also important to avoid exaggerating or misrepresenting your experience. CSLB conducts background checks and may contact your certifier directly. If they find inconsistencies between your application and what your certifier reports, or if they believe you've inflated your role on past projects, they can deny your application or even flag it for fraud investigation. Honesty and clarity are always the best approach. If you don't have enough qualifying experience yet, it's better to wait until you do rather than risk submitting an application that won't pass review. When you've completed your certification of work experience form, review it for completeness. Make sure dates of employment are accurate, that the trades and duties listed are specific, and that your certifier's contact information is current. Both you and your certifier must sign the form in ink, no stamps, faxes, or photocopies. Submit the original form with your application. Copies are not accepted. You may include multiple certifications if you've had several employers over the years, as long as together they demonstrate at least 4 years of qualifying experience. Documenting your experience properly is about showing CSLB that you have the knowledge, skills, and practical background to run a contracting business safely and competently. Clear, detailed, and verifiable information moves your application through review faster and reduces the chances of delays or audits. Take the time now to prepare strong documentation. It's one of the most important steps toward becoming a licensed B2 residential remodeling contractor in California.